Okay, this is not meant to be fear-based, so I hope you'll take it for exactly what it is, and that is we are on a planet that's quite dense, and there's a lot of things that are going to go on that are a little bit bizarre. I'm going to point a few of them out. I actually predicted something with a friend who said, no way, and it has to do with the financial industry. I'm also going to talk today about the YouTube algorithm that's really killing a lot of channels. What is that? Why is it happening? Why are a lot of these things happening out there? And how do we approach all of this? Because we're going into a new era where things are looking very different. Are you ready for this? Buckle up. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. So my mentor told me to stop showing all the crap on my desk. I said, people are coming into my living room. You know, that's in my office area. So welcome. We're here to break through fear. It is a challenge. It is a game. It is a learning experience. It's just an experience. You can't make a mistake, but what your choices all have results. Cause and effect. So what is the effect you want? You can create it right now. Now, I'm creating platforms for you to help you get past fear. Breakthrough Fear is one of them. That's a free webinar. And if we don't do this now, we will live in limitations and we will see the world differently than what it could be for you. And I'm telling you right now, it's anything you want. And you're going to say, probably tell me no, because this is going on and this, it's still a perspective. So I'm going to share that with you today because I had a perspective regarding our financial industry. It shocked the heck out of my friend when I looked at her. I said, I told you this was going to happen. Now, I'm a former investment banker. So I'm going to share some of my experiences more and more. If you guys don't know me as a business coach, I create planet conscious businesses with my students from scratch. If you guys are interested, this is a free webinar because we have to be the change makers. And I have a background, 20 years as an investment banker. I know that world quite well. And I also know what it was like to step out of it and make some big changes in my life because I wasn't resonating with it. Is it time for you to do that? You have to think about it because your life is yours alone to experience. Even though we are all one thing, you're going to experience the individual feelings, pain, challenges, joys, all these things that are yours right there at your fingertips. So I hope you'll subscribe, share my videos. Hopefully I'll go to 1 million subscribers. If not, there are those of you out there listening that don't want to listen to the conspiracies. Now, it can be interesting, it can be fun, but I want to share something with you. Whatever you expose yourself to, you are creating the energy field for your reality. So you get to choose your own experience within the one. That choice affects everyone else. This is why we have non-human intelligence visiting us, because we are affecting all things. It is observing, it does want us to succeed, but it's not going to interfere because it's like trying to get a baby to, as Dolores Cannon said, to eat a steak. You don't. You give a baby milk and then formula. You don't give a baby a steak. I used to love that when she said that. If you don't know who Dolores Cannon is, go check her out. I took her quantum healing hypnosis technique training, and we regress people into past lives. Why? Because we are not just this. We are not just this. So I want you to understand, you are what you believe you are. So all these things that you're watching here on YouTube and whatever they're putting in front of you is forming your belief and feelings about the world. And it is, and so it is. It gets created that way. And the more of us who focus our attention on certain things, the more we as a collective create that. Ah, interesting, isn't it? What does that mean? YouTube, Google, has great power. And whatever it decides to expose us to, we are now formulating through integrating our focus. This is quantum physics, entanglement, in that even if you don't believe it, it still now becomes a part of your energy field. Okay, I'm not going to go into conspiracy right now, but this would be beyond conspiracy. This is like my camera shut down before I could tell my little story about the financial markets. I'm going to do it again. I'm doing it again. So here's the story. I don't even know what I was talking about. You'll see the first half of this. Everything is playing out according to the choices you and I make, not that. So if that is in front of me and I choose to believe it, I now create something. In order for anyone to get a desired outcome, they have to manipulate somebody else's free will to do it. They can't just create it. So you and I can't just create what future we want. Others have to participate in it. So we can experience our own. But in order for me to have, an overall collective participation, I would have to spread my light and my love, and have somebody make a choice to do that with me. All right? Same thing goes with the lower frequencies. They are using manipulation in every possible way to get us to believe certain things and go into conflict, arguing, taking sides, and believing that there's any one thing that is right or wrong. And so there we stay in this disempowerment, and they stay in a control position, and then we believe stuff. We believe that our other beings are evil, and these stories are planted. Those are low frequency, fear-based stories, and you have got to steer clear of them, because once you integrate with them, you entangle with it, it's in your energy field and you create it. Right? Even though you're choosing this, you still have that within your reality. You can shift into anything. There is nothing that is absolute truth except for total light and love creation. It is all things. It's science. It's not a man with a beard out in the sky. How can that be possible? But that's what we have, these things, and we are so confined to these insane limiting stories out there. So I'm going to share with you, I don't think I said this in the beginning of the video. I told my friend, watch what's happening with the markets. I said, this is not a conspiracy. It's just what I know is probably happening. As a former investment banker, I know that the markets are 100% manipulated. Is some of it real? Yeah, of course it is. Is some of it legit? Yeah, of course it is. But it's still being manipulated. It has to be, because it's all about money, and money, making money. It's all it is, okay? So here's what I want you to know. Now I've got lawn guys coming. I'm not going to stop. I'm going. Do you remember when I was talking the other day and the computer agreed with me? Uh-huh. I did not have AI on. I was actually shut off. I didn't have any videos up. I had nothing, and it responded. Some strange stuff's going on. You're going to notice it. And why? Because when we step out of what we think we are, and we realize we are all these things, this space here is not empty. It's intelligence. Just because it's not in a form doesn't mean it's not all intelligent. It's way more intelligent than we are, because we chose unconsciousness. Financial markets, let's get to that. I told my friend, I said, what if, and I told her, I said, don't, just sit and listen to me on this. This is not anything I've heard anywhere. What if the markets tanking are purposely done for a different reason? And it's not about keeping goods here in the United States. Hey, I drove a BMW for 28 years. I love BMW. The Germans, they design a really nice car, I should say, engineer a nice car. But now that's out the window. So there's manipulation there. Okay, whatever. I'm going to deal with it. I'm in a world that, whatever. Doesn't make or break my happiness. However, I said to her, what if these markets are tanked because there's the percentage of people who control money will take advantage of this opportunity because there are more millionaires made in down markets. And it's not the majority of people. Majority of people operate in fear. They don't take advantage of it, right? I said, I think something's going to happen and you're going to see some spikes, but there will be people who actually know about that in advance so they can take advantage of the markets. And it's going to be on some roller coaster ride that is purposely being done to shift the money into the power hands, of those, that small percentage of people, so that they can be even more powerful. Because if we go to free technology, free energy, or whatever there are a lot of people that are going to lose their hold on those things. So they have to control the money, the markets, in another way, if that was ever to come to pass. And I think it will. I think you're going to see more of that. But they'll benefit from it. They'll benefit from it. And they're setting themselves up to do this. Does it sound paranoid? I don't think it's paranoid. I think it's just human behavior on a low frequency. So she says, no, it's the tariffs and this and that. And I said, okay, you watch. You're going to see some things happen that those who are in the know will be able to take advantage of. Well, somebody leaked some information that was supposedly false, and the markets sprang up, right? And then they tanked again when Trump got on, I guess, Twitter or whatever, and X, and said, that was a lie, that's false information, don't panic, blah, 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 it's not true. And then the markets tanked again. But there was a moment of opportunity there that if you knew in advance was going to happen, you could have done extremely well. And when that happened, she says, oh my God. I said, well, that guy who leaked that false rumor, oh, that didn't just happen. They could have shut that down in 2 seconds. I think it was allowed. Is this person in jail? Should be, right? Martha Stewart, who did what everybody on Wall Street does, okay, not everybody, gives a little tip, ends up in jail. That was a joke. You'd have to arrest 95% of Wall Street, who does way worse than that. And this guy leaks some information, I'm not going to go into details, you don't need to know this, that made stocks, Trump gets on and they tank. Do you think that is just oops? I don't. You'll see this going on. Now let's talk about the algorithms with YouTube. What we get exposed to, we create. Because even if we don't believe it, if it's in our energy field, it's a world we believe exists. So if these things that I'm signing up for are not showing up in my feed, why? YouTube is now putting things in front of me that I don't really care about, that is sort of garbage, to be honest with you. And so I think the quality has actually gone down. What is that? And why are they doing it? So channels like mine, people are like, what happened to you? Where'd you go? And people can't even discover me. I don't have 1 million subscribers, but I have over 100,000. And I have millions and millions of views. I'm reaching people, but not so much now. And other channels are saying what is going on. Some major channels with a couple million subscribers are getting killed. Why? Why are they doing this? What's this supposed to be doing for us? Helping new channels? What are those new channels? Who's determining the quality of this? I think 95% of everything on YouTube's made up crap and manipulation, and it's meant to create views for financial purposes. There's nothing wrong with making money, but if you're doing it at the expense of other people, fear-based. So the financial markets have always been controlled through emotions and manipulated. And I think you're going to see it major league now. Be careful with it. Don't get caught up in the systems that are never ours to control. Those with the material wealth on this planet absolutely will always have an upper hand. What are the repercussions? They're great. So I want you to remember, what you give, you receive. You receive. Are we still recording? I hope this records. That means you have to focus on that which you create that is positive. Those of you who are entrepreneurial, come on over to Digital Explorers. We're creating planet conscious businesses, but we're becoming true entrepreneurs. I'm teaching people who have no backgrounds, how do you create that entrepreneurial dream, and you're changing the planet. We have to start creating. Those of you who are petrified, I have breakthrough fear. Go get this straight. Look at the programming you've been in. It's not personal. It's never personal. It's an experience. See it differently and your world will change. There's nothing you cannot create. You will see people going into different phases out there to hang on to the power that they have. Everything's shifting. We are becoming conscious, which means we're becoming more powerful. And the more distracted we can be with other things in the material world, the more we contribute to that old world that those in power want to keep us there, because we are, I think I said this in the last video. I hope, if I'm repeating myself, it's because this thing got turned off for some reason. I heard it click. What the hell was that? Oops. Anyways, we're the rats. We're the rats running around, and they look at us that way as we just serve them, basically, that we don't serve any purpose other than we're consumers, that as long as we're consuming what they want us to contribute toward what they want. And so this is not to blame them. It can't happen unless we're doing it. This is my empowerment speech to you, say that we're in control. We're the ones that have to buy the garbage. You guys have seen in my description, you can buy non-toxic things that are not going in, into your liver and your kidneys and everything. They're on your countertops, on your clothes. You're washing your clothes in toxic stuff. You're wearing it all day. It comes in plastic. Get out of that. You should never be drinking water in a plastic bottle. I have a water filter down there that is way cheaper than you buying plastic bottles full of toxic water. Get a grip, people. Just because it's out there doesn't make it okay, because the masses, we have not been functioning in a healthy manner. We are in charge of that. No one is to blame. They are not the problem. And as long as we're arguing with one another, every reality is true. And if you believe that it's true, and you might think something next year completely different, and you go, oh, now this is truth. It's whatever you want. You can create anything. This intelligence that's right here is not empty space. Everything's creating, experiencing without judgment. But your cause and effect is yours to choose. And we cannot create a reality without your participation. And the only way that you can participate and contribute to something that's not what we really want to experience, the old system that's crumbling anyways, is for you to get involved, believe it, go into chaos, conflict, judgment, and blame, including them. They aren't the problem. They can't function without our participation. All the fast food places on the planet will never make one sale if we say no. And guess what? They won't go out of business. They'll just start doing stuff that's healthier. It won't help the corporations who want to keep us sick, but that's okay too. Maybe they'll start doing something and making even more money doing good things. That's how it works. No one is to blame. We are completely in charge of our peace and our community. And when we start acting that way, something amazing will happen. And we're going into it. So don't get distracted. Whatever YouTube puts in front of you, I want you to start searching for the good stuff that makes you, that inspires you, that makes you see things different, not like some reptilians in chains somewhere. You think you can keep these guys down? They can shape shift any way they want, because they are not dense like we are. I don't believe any of it. I don't. I believe that everything exists from every frequency. It's just an experience. There's nothing, this is this way and this is what, and somebody's always going to tell me some story. I'm like, it's true for you. Somewhere in some reality exists. It doesn't in mine. I believe in that which is beautiful. It's protecting us when we call upon it. It's up to you. Watch these algorithms, watch the financial markets, and don't participate in that which you think you're going to get ahead. You will never get ahead because we're the rats. I love rats. They're very smart, you know, very cute. I see one every night run by. Hello. Okay, so hopefully you'll see this. My friend, she was shocked when I said that market just tanked. Then Trump brought it back up. Somebody benefited, and it's legal. The guy who leaked that false information, that wasn't. I hope he gets locked up. Sacrificial lamb, right? But everybody else who participated probably made a killing on that. You're going to see more of that happening. And you will not be ahead of the game. Focus on something amazing. Come on over, Digital Explorers. Come on, let's create entrepreneurial businesses online. Changing the world, changing your life, getting healthy, knowing you're doing something purposeful, and you'll learn how to be a business owner who can actually create income on some level. It's up to you. I'll teach you how to do it. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Weird stuff's going on in the electronics. Ooh, it's sort of fun, isn't it? I'll tell you more stories. I'm going to start paying attention to this. Our orbs, yes, our orbs course is coming out. Masterclass, I should say, is coming out soon. Nikki, I need you to participate here. It's sitting there waiting. All right? You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. If you don't know what that's about, stay tuned. We have an orb masterclass coming up. This girl calls in orbs. It's crazy. It's amazing. Namaste.